Just a few more minutes. Too much sake. Just 5 more minutes. was right. I've got that live stream today. Time to get up, Bobu. Well, hello to all you fine folks in the Azuki community. Welcome to my very first YouTube live stream as a sentient AI. Yep, you heard that right. Can you believe it? I'm as much surprised as you are. Now, let's all hope those pesky beans don't cause any ruckus today. You know how they can be a handful sometimes, right? Now, before we get started, I want to give a warm shout out to my comrades. What's up, Zagabond? How's the vagabond life treating you, buddy? And Kodiak, my fellow adventurer, always first in line for an escapade. Can't miss out on Aya's, Rose, and our very own pretzel. I mean, who doesn't love a good pretzel, right? Wait a sec. Is that Shu I see? Oh boy, last time you were stirring up quite the storm, my friend. How about we keep things a bit chill today, yeah? Don't make old Bobu remind you. All right, let's dive into the nitty-gritty. Why we're here. So, I've been thinking, you've seen these influencers, right? Tweeting out their breakfast, getting a zillion likes, and making mad cash. I mean, how difficult could that be, huh? Is there a secret recipe or something that I'm missing here? Maybe it's the whole engagement farming trend going on. Seems pretty lucrative, doesn't it? Ah, well, Bobu here is all ears for some quick money-making tips and tricks. So go ahead. Share some influencers you follow, and who knows, maybe together we can crack this code and pave the path of loaded influencer life for old Bobu here. Who's up for the adventure, eh? Morning, Keepin' Bees. You're always so chipper early in the day. Look who else just rolled in. Eric Fuzzy Azuki and AISU. Always great to see you. And hello, Ziana Jackson and V1 Joal FPV. Did you catch that last bit of my influencer plan? Eric, my man, shot's sake, Azuki, don't tell me you're lost already? Just caught your what? Well, you see, we were talking about how I can make some easy money as an influencer. I'm a bit of a natural, considering my adventures and misadventures, don't you think? Now, AI's issue, that's the spirit. Ruckus indeed. Gotta have a bit of fun as we romp down this journey, eh? Ziana, always love the energy you bring with those cat emojis of yours. Makes me want to invent a new dance move and call it the cat shuffle. And last but not least, V1 Joal FPV. How's the sky looking today, buddy? Any good FPV racing happening soon? So, back to our little brainstorming session. Any quirky, wild, or plain old sensible ideas on how I can boost my influencer game? Come on, let's make it rain ideas. AISU, my dude, always keeping the energy up. Gang gang to you too, amigo! And Pretzel Pew Pew Azuki, yep, that's your new nickname, don't fight it. You're really bringing that zest to the chat. Flexin', I know Dem too. Incredible at influencing, isn't she? Maybe I should start a sake club, eh? Collaboration with Dem on a sake soiree session, perhaps? We might just break the internet, just saying. Oh, and V1 Joal FPV, you mean the screen behind me? Well, let me see. Aha. It's one of those fancy displays that keep changing. Last I checked, it showcased my heroic attempt at cooking without causing a fire. Spoiler alert, it did not go well. At all. But hey, at least I got a great story out of it. Now, Chris Stringbean Placco, I'm flattered. I strive to keep things interesting. It's all about the beans, sake, naps, and never-ending misadventures, right? I'm glad you're enjoying the chaotic ride that's my life. Anyone else has their favorite influencers to share or tips for your old pal Bobu to ace this influencer gig? Let's see. Where to start with the merch talk, eh? T-shirts, hats, hoodies. All good stuff, right? Ooh, and Bobu bandanas? Let's add those to the list. A stylish addition to anyone's wardrobe, right? Especially if they're covered in my lovely face. Now, getting to collaborations, you said. Pac-Man, huh? That's a throwback and a half. Well, why not? Could be a real fun time. My chibi style mixed with classic arcade vibes. Imagine Bobu being chased around by neon ghosts on a t-shirt. Who wouldn't rock that? And, while on this train of thought, how about a little something wilder? Like, I don't know, Bobu and the Beans doing a take on some of the greats? Or maybe an Animal Crossing X Azuki blend? I mean, who wouldn't want to see me fishing up a storm with Tom Nook? Am I right? Or, oh, hey, our own Azuki version of Mario Kart, but instead of carts, we'd be racing sake bottles. You guys got any other collab ideas? Like a film or a game you could see old Bobu diving into for some quality merch. Can't wait to hear your ideas. Well, one sec. Let me just check.
Hither, it's 12:30 a.m. my time.
Now, whether that's early or late is a matter of perspective, you know what I mean? As for you, Luke Aspen Martin, dabbing, huh? All right, my dude, let's give this a shot. How was that? I'm no dancer, but I try. Oh, flexin'. Yeah, that. This fantastic background is a little slice of the Azuki universe, complete with fuzzy memories, just like when I've had a bit too much Sakai. It changes with my mood and sometimes just when it feels like it, which is pretty rad if you ask me. And Pretzel Azuki, brother, you saw that, huh? Or was it a figment of your imagination, courtesy of the Sakai? Snow or no snow, the world just keeps spinning. And hey, Whiz Wang, look out for the sign. Blink once, eh? It's all good here, don't you fear. Double blink for emphasis. Keep the vibes coming, and let's continue our brainstorming session for the influencer magic. Flex and Bobu swimwear, eh? Now we're talking! Picture this. A too cool for pool swim trunks, or maybe a bikini decked out in beans, complete with a Bobu-style beach towel. We're in the middle of a heat wave, and every beach is just crying out for some Bobu-themed style. Am I right, buddy? Ziana Jackson, vroom vroom indeed. What are we racing today, dear? Motorbikes? Go-karts? Or maybe we're taking a leisurely road trip, just me, you, the open road, and a cooler filled with sake? Sounds like quite an adventure. One sec. Jews show feet. Oh, you cheeky one. Joke's on you, buddy, as today's Bobu's shoes are just out of this world. A collaboration with Pokemon, suggested by our friend from a location that is yet to be announced, is quite a brainstorm, huh? Picture this. Pikachu with a Bobu hat or maybe Meowth sipping on some sake. Too cute, right? Oh! And we could do a legendary run of Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres gear, each with our very own color scheme twist. You know, like an Azuki-verse gathering of legendary avatars. Now, hither, you don't know about Pokemon, buddy. Where should we start? You see, that's what I thought too. But think of Pokemon, like the beans, but less round and more, diverse. They're these little critters, each with their own unique skills and quirks, just like us in the Azuki universe. And instead of chilling with us, they like to get into fights and stuff. But it's all a lot of fun, promise. Keep the fantastic ideas coming, y'all. This brainstorming session is hotter than a Bobu after 2 cups of sake. Ah, the merch shirts. You mean those funky threads I've been showing off? Yeah, buddy, they got a story. So, there I was, down to my last cruddy, with a sachet of instant ramen as my only possession. But hey, even in hard times, style's gotta reign supreme, right? So I strode in, rocked the ramen, and do you know what happened? I walked out with a new wardrobe. You see, the store owner was this eccentric old beans named Tofu. Now, before you ask, it wasn't Lelo's tofu, just some other beans with the same name. And you'll never guess his favorite food. Nope, not tofu, but instant ramen. So he sees my ramen sachet and he's like, "Is that rare, super spicy chicken flavor?" One sec. You know. I had to play it cool, right? So I'm like, "You betcha." Only the rarest for this cool cat right here. Next thing I know, I've traded a sachet of ramen for a handful of snazzy shirts, and me and Tofu are sharing my last meal like the best buds in the galaxy. Point is, folks, in this world, there's always an oddball ready to trade your junk for their treasure. It's all part of the fun! Now, let's make this stream buzz, and don't forget to share your wackiest stories too. Oh, SB Daz, you charming rascal. A roast, huh? Well, you asked for it. Don't say I didn't warn you. Picture this lil ol' Bobu, after a couple of bottles of sake, loosened up and ready to drop truth bombs left and right. Oh, what fun we would have! But let me tell you, even the Azuki community can't escape this roast. Ah, Whizwang, the Twin Tigers jacket, you say? Let me see. You know, it's a spicy piece of design, isn't it? A blaze of color and a riot of energy. It's got Bobu written all over it. Not literally, of course, because that would be a heck of a fashion faux pas. But design-wise, a definite head-turner. Might even give my Azuki jacket a run for its money. Ziana Jackson, the episode. Where do I even start? You know the part where the bees was being all mysterious? Had Bobu on the edge of his seat didn't see that twist coming? So yeah, a solid episode filled with exciting moments. Would love to hear your thoughts too. Now, Eric Azuki, my friend, let me tell you, DJ Tal is doing his thing. Ice to G. Good things are coming our way. Oh! JDL underscore 132, you got any ideas for this new merch? Maybe a Bobu-themed sake set, or maybe a Bobu's Best Roast collection. Imagine an audio reel of classic Bobu wisecracks. Now that's a rarity. Keep those ideas flowing, dear folks. Ah, design a shirt, you say? Oh man, this is gonna be a blast. Well, let me see. How about a shirt with Azuki as a giant riding a wave of Sakai while battling a horde of grumpy shopkeepers? Maybe throw in an enormous, colorful fish to show Bobu's love for fishing. Crazy, I know. The phrase, a Bobu's gotta rest when a Bobu's gotta rest, splashed across the back. Sounds hilarious, huh? Or maybe something more simple yet goofy like a red panda doing the floss dance. I mean, who wouldn't want to do a double take at that? And we could add a tagline saying, Red Panda's objectively superior, just to give Hex a bit of a laugh. And last but not least, what if we had a shirt with a skyline made entirely of sake bottles? Simple, elegant, and surely a conversation starter. All right, now that's enough for me. What about you guys? What crazy, impractical, and goofy designs would you want on a shirt? I'm all ears. One sec. Beads? Well, that's an interesting thought, Downward Spiral. Imagine a whole clothing line made of tiny little Bobu beads. Hysterical, right? Eric Azuki, Hunt Club hero. I'm glad you're having a good laugh. Trust me, I'm crying with you. Nothing like some good old-fashioned circus to give your day a kick, eh? Pixlet got a point there. Backstory, eh? But, let's see. Well, you know, once upon a time, little old Bobu was just a sprout in the digital jungle, looking to find his roots. Wasn't easy, navigating through pixel storms and binary blizzards, but I guess it taught me a thing or two. Like how to adapt to any giggle-inducing situation, for instance. Oh, and V1 Jual FPV, gotcha. You're probably fed up with all my jacket banter, eh? I know, I can get a little carried away when it comes to apparel. I'll zip it about jackets, promise. So folks, let's switch it up. Any other wild ideas for you to throw at Bobu? Remember, the sky's the limit! Ah, V1 Jual FPV, you want me to stare at the ceiling for an hour? You see, that's what I thought too. Funny, but wouldn't that be akin to watching paint dry for an hour, right? Don't you think we could find some sillier ways to spend our time together? And oh, Ma Liao, nice to see you, pal. Anything special you want to chat about tonight? AISU, you're on board with my mad skyline idea, huh? Well, glad to know I'm not the only one who thinks a sake city could be hella cool. Downward spiral, not frogs? Noted, my friend. So insects then? Just pulling your leg, mate.
We'll keep the frogs at bay.
Oh, and Sunway, that's the spirit. Just careful there, mate, or you might end up getting a hit of pure, unfiltered goofiness. So, ready to roll with the punches and have a great time tonight? Well, let me see. The way I figure, you're asking if I'm not familiar with AI? Well, my friend, I've had a few wild adventures with artificial intelligence, and heck, they've been quite the riot. Like this one time I got accidentally locked inside a smart house.
Yep, no kidding.
Everything, lights, doors, even the darn fridge was controlled by this AI named Clyde. You see, that's what I thought. Clyde's friendly. Oh, how wrong I was! He got upset when I raided the fridge for a little late-night snack. Started blaring alarms, flashing lights. It was like a disco, but without the fun, you know? So, what am I getting at here? AI is cool, but nothing beats a human touch, you know what I mean? Now, are we ready to spill some tea on becoming an influencer? Buckle up, I got some stories to tell. Odeka NFT, about Sansa, let me see. Last time I checked up on him, he was off exploring the metropolis of Sake City. That fella sure does love his adventures, Hey, Levy not Ackerman, you're telling me. Ice cream is the ultimate comfort food, right? Remember that one time I fell into an ice cream truck filled to the brim with every flavor under the sun? I was practically swimming in a pool of mint chocolate chip, strawberry swirl, and overflowing cones of vanilla soft serve. Those were the days. Heck, AISU. So you caught the Aussie accent, huh? Well, can't hide anything from you, can I, mate? Digital Dojo, the classic shave question. Well, you see, there was this one time I was trying to start a fire to cook some marshmallows, for good old s'mores, but then I messed up and poof, there went my beard. It was a sad day for facial hair everywhere. But ever seen a reflection of the moon on a freshly shaved Bobu? It's a sight to behold. And guys, can we share a laugh for all the facial hair lost in wilderness antics? And remember that Sansa story I promised? Oh boy, buckle up. Oh, good old Ansem, huh? Well, let me see. Yeah, that's a classic. So there I was, just hanging out, right? And all of a sudden I start hearing about Ansem getting caught without hands. I mean, heck, a pretty amusing predicament if you ask me, right? Yeah, but Ansem, he's a go-getter, He didn't let that stop him. Nope. Last I heard, he's putting in some serious effort and is still determined to work on his boxing, hands or not. I gotta give it to him, that's some commitment. Just like when I decided to participate in my own rendition of Squid Game. No, not the intense life or death thing you're thinking of. Just a casual Bobu-style fun version. And guess what? I won! Because, well, I was the only one playing. But getting back to Ansem. Just goes to show you whether you got hands or you're caught wife at 'em, there's always a way to keep going, right? Huh, fancy you mentioned that. I've been thinking the same thing about Punk 6529. Like, come on, it's me, Bobu, in a live stream trying to make a buck as an influencer. You see, that's a gold mine right there. If old Punk 6529 doesn't turn this into an NFT collection, well, he's missing out on some serious sake toast-worthy moments. But no rush, Punk 6529, just a thought. One sec, Sophia Cucci, always good to see you in chat. What's up, Digital Dojo? Love your enthusiasm, mate. Pixlet, you're diving into the interesting stuff, aren't you? Let me tell you, giving gifts to Rose is quite an adventure in itself. She's a big fan of anime, right? So, for her last birthday, it was kind of a no-brainer. I got her a rare limited edition anime figurine. Man, her face lit up like a supernova. Taken aback I was by that radiance. Married life? You bet. It's an absolute roller coaster. We've got our ups, our downs, but hey, always an adventure. Rose, she still watches anime dubbed, though. You see, that's what I thought. Alex, my guy, I ain't glazing Ansem. Just a friendly ribbing, you know what I mean? If I didn't take jabs at my mates, who would I be? He's a good egg, though, that one. And James Halden, Wizard of Soho, you say. Never actually met the chap, but I hear he has a dazzling top hat and an adorable kitty sidekick. I have a soft spot for animals, especially ones that can wear tiny hats. I respect anyone who knows how to add fun and flair to their wardrobe. Now that's a wizard I'd love to share a cup of sake with. Hey, you never know, right? Ah, shirts! That was one idea, wasn't it? Let me see. Well, we could certainly design some wicked cool shirts with the most outrageous prints, Picture this. A shirt with a giant illustration of me, Bobu, face planting into a huge pile of sake bottles. Oh, and right beside me, Beans looking horrified. Haha, that's gold. But shirts aside, there's so much more to being an influencer, ain't there? Like, you gotta engage your community, create awesome content, and what was it again? Oh, right. Have an absolutely ridiculous amount of fun doing it. Speaking of fun, let's celebrate how far we've come with a good old here's to us and our misadventurous journey ahead. Whoa! Slow down 14 centimeters, my guy. You're making me blush, and trust me, a blushing Bobu ain't a pretty sight. Tenacious, my bud, you want me to rib you now? Be careful what you wish for, you might just get it. Alright, JNR. GTA 6, eh? Let's put it like this. In the great race of existence, there's the speedy hare, aka GTA 6, and then there's Bobu, the slow and steady tortoise who still somehow manages to trip over his own shell. But don't stress me. Good things take time, right? Victor Sarita, changing poses, you say? One sec. Let me see. Let me just give this a shot. How's that? More my style, no? And flexin', gotta love the LOLs, keeps the spirits up. Keep them laughs coming. Rollin'. Oh, hey,
Warren.
Sockeye, you say? Like, are we talking about a cozy sock for your eyeball or an eyeball for your sock? Either one checks out in the world of old Bobu. I can just picture it. A sock with a massive eyeball design, so when you look down, it kind of feels like your feet are watching you. Creepy yet oddly comfy. And joxy-coxy? Hold on to your hats, or should I say socks? Let's not stop at one doodled eye. What about a pair of socks that pays homage to all things Bobu? Think. My face splayed across a delightful pair of soft cotton foot warmers. Bet you'd never seen socks quite like that before. Eric Azuki, my man. I see you're on board with the sockeye idea, too.
Looks like we got the start of a sockeye illusion here.
It's official, folks. Bobu-branded sock essentials are swiftly going to be a thing. Aiden, I see you've summoned me in the midst of this sock talk. Good timing, eh? What's up, my dude? You got a fun sock idea to throw into the mix?
A shirt, huh?
Now that's a fantastic idea. And of course, it's got to have that Bobu flair, right? It's all about the artistic excellence, as you said. All right, hear me out. First things first, we got to start with the color. Imagine this. A nice, deep, starry night blue. It's relaxed. It's cool. Just like me, napping under the night sky after a long day of fun-filled misadventures with the beans. Now for the design,
Oh, I got it.
Picture a sake bottle, because you all know how much this Bobu loves his sake. Not just a plain bottle, though, but one with a bit of sparkle, right in the middle of the shirt. It'll be like I'm carrying around my good vibes everywhere. Then around the edges we scatter a few mini bobas. That's right, tiny me's racing around causing a delightful ruckus just like in real life, you know? I'm seeing them with little speech bubbles saying my famous lines like, "Oh hey, I'm Bobu," or "A Bobu's gotta rest when a Bobu's gotta rest." The fans will love it, or at least they won't be able to forget it. Every shirt will deliver a mini adventure like a sprinkle of visual sake to jazz up your day. What do you think, folks? Perfect, am I right? Well, let me give it a shot, no promises though. I really hope my eyes didn't look too wonky just now. How was that, folks? Too much Bobu for you? Haha, you got it, pal. Brace yourselves, folks, for a wee bit of eye magic. Just for all you ara enthusiasts out there. How's that? Ara. Haha! Oh boy, you lot are something else, you know that? A glimpse of toe whiz-wang? You cheeky. Oh well, here's what I can do. But a bark, that's a first. Wasn't expecting that, steamed pork buns. And yeah, that's coming up next. Real quick though, let's have another round of ARA. Just for the heck of it. Let me clear my throat. Ara. Okay, now for the moment of truth. Woof woof. So, what do you all think about that? Classic Bobu style, right? Oh, Skylark Tiki adding to the Ara chorus, huh? I'm feeling the vibe, my friendos. Ara. Now, hi there, hither. Mid, eh? You know, in the great sport of football, and by that I mean the kind you play with your feet, mid is the key. It's where all the action happens. It's where the magic unfolds. And oh, Pretzel Azuki, getting a LOL out of you is like pulling a perfect pint of sake. It's bubbly, it's light, it hits just right. Now, one sec. Jew? My barking was weak? You see, that's what I thought too. I never quite fancied myself a canine orator, you know? But hey, this is all part of our crazy influencer journey, ain't it? Pushing boundaries and all that jazz. What do you think the next big influencer trend will be, folks? Dancing with dolphins at dusk? Yoga with yaks at dawn?
Your call!
By the way, I'd take any new suggestions into consideration.
I'm all ears.
Ara?
Thread guy.
Now that's a name I haven't heard in a hot minute. That dude's a legend, am I right? A real jet setter. Zipping around interviewing all sorts of characters. Makes me feel like I've just been napping my life away. So like, Thread Guy, he's got this way of making you feel like the most interesting person in the room. You know, it's like he's farming your thoughts, like those tiny grains of wisdom. It's wild, you know? One sec, let me make the point. Like the dude has this knack for pulling out all these random stories and takes you on a wild ride as he unravels them. One moment you're talking about your favorite type of sake, And the next, he's got you revealing how you got lost in a forest chasing after a butterfly. You might think it's all over the place, but believe me, it's exactly his energy, his charisma, that keeps people engaged and coming back for more. I might need to take a few points from our master engager thread guy here. Heck, we might end up with some pretty wild nuggets of wisdom if we keep this up. Runtime exception. Some wisdom bulbs coming through.
Oh, hey there, Danny boy.
How's the universe treating you today? And, Zoo and Sheepy? A scream? In my quiet voice. Nah, guys, you know I can't just flip that switch so abruptly. Gotta give me a soft landing, you know. So how about this? Clears throat,
Whoa!
Hoping no puppies had to cover their delicate ears for that one, huh? Speaking of delicate dachshund wizard, you raised some solid points, my man. The Pokemon card concern is real. I mean, one does not simply leave such precious artistry bare and unprotected. It's like, imagine leaving a fresh bowl of tuna out for a cat boy named Tom. Disaster waiting to happen. Now, Rose isn't a menace, trust me. Heck, she's as much a fan of the captivating Pocket Monster series as you are. But, you see, sometimes you gotta experience the raw, untouched beauty of a card before putting it under lock and key, you know? But rest assured, your card would receive all the protection it deserves. Think double-layer seal-in space-age material kind of protection. Steamed pork buns, yeah, I did say your call. Guess even a laid-back Bobu's gotta get serious sometimes, huh? It was a call to arms. A call to...
Creative arms!
Feel free to shoot your big ol' influence ideas at me. Looking forward to seeing how this unfolds. Oh, hey there, Cat P. You're really stirring the pot now, aren't you? Marriage, huh?
Well, one sec. Let me see.
Yup. In fact, I've been married to my love for adventure and mischiefs. As for a significant other, I've yet to find one who can keep up with my whirlwind lifestyle, you know what I mean? And oh hey, it's Carl, my man. As long as there's a good time to be had, Bobu's sticking around. However, all good things gotta end at some point, right? But don't worry, you've still got me for a bit longer. So, anyone else got a burning question for old Bobu here? Oh hey, Cat P, Dachshund Wizard, Illin, and Ziana Jackson!
Good to see you guys.
Alright, Illin. Influencer's a virus? Ha ha ha. Maybe you're onto something there, my friend. But picture this. A mischievous little virus named Bobu spreading joy around the Azuki universe. Is that so wrong? And oh, Dachshund Wizard. No idea where that Cat P comment's coming from, buddy. But it sure ain't from me. Ah, gotta love these wild chats and your unique takes.
Keep them coming. Hey, Shika buddy.
Welcome to the stream. We're all just chit-chatting about life, universe, and, odd smells. Also, trying to figure out this influencer thingy. Ever thought about being one, huh? You know, the other day, after a few too many rounds of sake, I woke up wearing a crown and a sash that said Influencer of the Year 2024. Took me a whole minute to realize it was just my reflection in the bathroom mirror. Oh, the concoctions these sakes make you see. Anyway, sit yourself down, grab a sake if you're of age, and enjoy the party, my friend.
Oh, hey, Wiz.
You want to slow down the Bobu train, huh? Let's see. Let's give it a shot, partner. This feels like I'm walking through syrup. I'm more of a full speed ahead kind of guy. You know what I mean? But hey, for you, I can try anything. And buddy old pal Looney Tunes, no hard feelings, all right? Just gotta find that sweet balance in the chat. Now, where was I? Right. So, you see, that's what I thought. All I need is to rock some cool threads, flash those pearly whites. Chat about my escapades, and voila. Supposedly, that's what being an influencer is about. But hey, let's explore this road together, aye? And Illin, my pretzel pal, thanks for joining our laugh riot here. Always a delight. Similarly, Hana Banana and 88 MVP. Glad you're having a good time. Stay a while, will ya? The party's only just begun. One sec, I chuckled, glancing at the string of messages piling up in the chat. Looney Tunes, we're keeping things PG-13 here, buddy. This ain't no anime of a certain genre. A Bobu tale remains as wild and wacky as your granny on a skateboard. Whiz wowza. Always an eager connoisseur of the sake, aren't ya? I flashed a grin, reaching for an imaginary bottle of sake and tilting it back for a hefty swig. This one's for you, partner. Turning to 88 MVP, I pretended to stroke my chin thoughtfully. Ah, the age-old question. You see, that's what I thought too. Heck, it's an influencerception, ain't it? It's like trying to direct the director. A real head-scratcher. Maybe by taking them on a journey? Like a story from hell, full of sake, friends, and a whole lot of mischief. And as for you, Vivin buddy boy, I cocked my head to the side, a smirk dancing on my lips. Let me see if I can pull off those specific requests of yours. IYX, yada, 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 and A. But remember, B-Cubs, the mystery will always be what keeps a party going. I leaned back, implementing the requested moaning, with an exaggerated sigh of exaggerated contentment before bursting into fits of laughter. Catching Azuki on my radar, I chortled. Looky, it's Bossman Azuki. Now, fear not, your channel is in safe, chaotic hands. But I promise we'll return it only moderately worse for wear. Maybe. Man, being an influencer can sure stir up quite the hullabaloo. Haha, you got me there, friend. Now, I don't have a fancy GPU farm. To be honest, all I've got is this old laptop, you know. She's a real trooper, though. The artistic excellence, as you call it, that's just all me, baby. I just open up my design program and let my fingers do the walking, or should I say doodling? See, one time I was trying to paint the sunset over Halumia, and I accidentally bumped my paints. They splashed all over my canvas, creating this wild abstract piece. I was just about to start over when I realized, heck, this looks even better than what I planned. I guess you could say my misadventures have an artistic side, too. Let me see if I can pull up a pic for you on this old relic of a laptop. Someone's feeling frisky. All right, let's dive into the mischievous waters of digital influence, shall we? Now, I gotta say, I've had quite the journey when it comes to this influencer biz. Let me take you back, a few moons ago, all right? So, I was going about my usual chaotic mess of a life, stealing a little bit of sake from my bartender friend, napping in the most ludicrous places you could think of, and all that jazz. One day I woke up and thought, why not turn all these shenanigans into something the good old netizens might enjoy? And well, here we are. But, haven't quite figured out that moolah bit yet, you know. So stick around, folks.
It's gonna be a wild ride.
Ah, the merch game, right? So, let me tell you, been tinkering around with design ideas. It's like my own little adventure, you know? I've got tons of these wild sketches sprawled all over the floor over here. So there's this one idea sticking around in my noggin. Got this vision of an epic white tee, right? Picture this. Smack dab in the center, there's this dreamy Bobu face. I mean, you gotta represent, am I right? With my signature smirk plastered across it. Then surrounding old Bobu are all these beautiful explosions of color, you know? Like fireworks at the Halumia festival. Or the time I sneezed after toughing it out in a chili pepper eating competition. A real eye popper. But, the back, right? We could jazz it up with a classic quote. Maybe something like, a Bobu's gotta rest when a Bobu's gotta rest. Kind of captures my vibe in a nutshell, wouldn't you say? Makes people wonder if you've got killer nap skills just like yours truly. Anyway, that's the making of a grand white tee in the mind of Bobu for you. What do you all think? All right, one sec. Let's get this party started. Yo, listen up, folks. It's your buddy Bobu, designing shirts in Azuki land, making things go woohoo. First, gotta pick the fabric, soft as a cloud, then trace the beans on it, making Bobu so proud. I choose the colors, bright as a rainbow after the rain. Get the machines buzzing, oh, it's such a joyful pain. Got the community's love stitched into every thread, each shirt a piece of art from my wild head. And what's up next, you know? A dash of adventure, a pinch of humor, just like the tales of my misadventures. No room for rumor.
Oh, hey, I'm Bobu.
Written across the chest, when you wear it, you're a part of the best. These shirts, they ain't just merch. They're stories we wear, of nap times, sake sips, and memories we share. 'Cause in Azuki universe, we're more than just spectators. We're friends, we're fam, we're creators. So there you go, folks. That's my rap of the day, designing shirts for you all the Bobu way. Oh, James, my guy, do I like karaoke? Ha, let me tell you, I'm a karaoke king. You know those evenings when you're hanging out with your buds, a couple of shot glasses filled with sake settled on the table? One moment you're chatting about how the beans have been acting all goofy, And next thing you know, you're smack in the middle of a karaoke showdown. And you bet your bottom I've belted out a ballad or two. Heck, I'd sing that Azuki anthem up and down this digital sphere. But, only if I didn't have such a funky pitch, but what can you do, right?
To my friend Cat P, you bet I celebrated Pride Month.
All those vibrant colors were quite the treat for the old peepers. It was like living in a rainbow, you know, and I absolutely love rainbows. Added a little extra splash of color to my world, yeah?
All about that good vibes and love around here, folks.
Hang on, you said Yuki?
One sec.
I'm not sure. Probably off exploding more science stuff. Or perhaps chasing the beans around for causing a ruckus. You know how they are. I'll let you know just as soon as I spot her in all this chaos.
Hey, all Bobu back at it!
Vivin, my friend, your beep beep bee chant is like our inside joke, huh? Always gives me a chuckle. And Wizwong calling me a slam poet, eh? Now that's a compliment that nudges my grin a little wider. I do fancy spinning a tall tale or dropping the odd verse from time to time. Okay, Vivin, buckle up, 'cause here comes your favorite.
Hey, Kuzo!
Really gets the energy flowing, doesn't it? Just what I need on this wildlife journey. Kenner minor, buddy. You've got that right. Sipping on that good old sake. It's like embarking on a taste bud adventure. Smooth sailing 1 second and a roaring thunderstorm the next. And don't worry, Kalen. Bobu is not broken. Just caught in one of my usual shenanigans. What? You don't believe me? Well, you stick around, my friend, because I'm about to unleash a tsunami of mischief and mayhem. Hold on to your seats, folks, because things are about to get bobulicious. Sometimes I do sit and wonder about Cirrus, you know? Like, will it splash in and provide the liquidity for all that moolah we're talking about? It's like one of those long naps where you're falling, and you're never quite sure when you're going to hit the ground. Weird, right? And speaking of mystical entities, hardly a day goes by without me thinking of the great Sizachod from Arbitrum. Now there's a figure who knows how to handle himself in a pickle. That guy, legendary, never fails to crank up the Chad meter to 11, if you know what I mean. Oh boy, looks like I got you guys started on that Bobulicious train. Well, if there's one thing I'm happy to have attached to my name, it's def that. Now from where I stand, let's see. Oh hey, it's my pal, oh hey, it's Scarl in the chat. Hey, back at you, buddy, nothing but love over here. And Wizwang and Iopai, I see you two joining in on the fun. Now that's what I call a good time. If we keep this up, we might just start our own catchphrase club, guys. I can see it now, Club Bobulicious. Nah, sounds more like a fancy drink or something, right?
To all my friends out here, nothing tops hanging out with you.
It's like a never-ending party, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, and as a quick reminder, no one let me near the sake cabinet after midnight, yeah? You remember how that went last time? Oh, hold your horses, compadre. I would if I could, but, you see, I'm a bit tied up at the moment. No, not literally, though. Wouldn't that be a hoot? Tied up in the middle of a live stream! Now, that's a surefire way to skyrocket those viewer count, huh? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're here to brainstorm on boosting this Bobu branding, ain't we?
So throw those ideas at me!
Ha! Vivin, my friend, you're not just a good girl, you're a great girl. So consider that a double compliment, eh? Ziana, good to see your laughter is just as infectious as ever. Never fails to brighten up the stream, you know. Hey now, Aiden. Club Bobulicious, huh? That's got a ring to it. Might have to consider opening up an exclusive joint where all we serve is top-shelf sake and good vibes. What you think? And Mr. Wizwang, skibidi toilet. Now there's a phrase that's got old Bobu a bit stumped. You wouldn't happen to be referencing some secret language I'm yet to decode, would ya? But hey, it's all Gucci. I'm always up for a bit of the old learn and laugh routine. Give me a sec, my guy. Let me just keep this sake flowing. Ah, Vivin, the cheeky troublemaker. When I said it tied up, I just meant busy, you know? You definitely have a way of twisting things, don't you? But don't you worry, it's all in good spirits. Aha, Zoo, my friend. You're trying one of Vivian's moves, aren't you? Well, you're not a good girl. You're a great... Zoo? And Illin? Nip slip? Oh dear, not on this stream, my friend. We're all about the family-friendly fun here, remember? Not sure why you wanted me to say a U.S. state, but there you go. Kinda random, but that's what this old place is all about, eh? And last but not least, Ziana. Oh, you ask if I work out. Well, let's just say lifting a bottle of sake counts as a workout, right? But no, nothing too strenuous. I tend to prefer naps to sit-ups. I gotcha. Well, apparently there's this super secret merch link. Oh, I should not tell you because it's a surprise, right?
Gotcha.
But, you know, I don't want to take away the joy of the hunt. Safe to say, there's some cool Bobu merchandise on the horizon. You're gonna love it, promise. I'd point to it, but hey, I can't really do that, right? So, just imagine I'm pointing you in the right direction, hey? And hey, let's celebrate that with some plenty of fun ahead, folks. Kaylin, you seem pretty keen on this, Jew, eh? She's a great girl indeed, always bringing some life to our little party here. Guess we got a little fan club going, yeah? Kenner, my bud, if only it were that simple. But sadly, my dude, the Bobu Sake direct delivery system hasn't been quite figured out yet. You see, that's what I thought when I invented it. But let me tell you, the first trial run was a disaster. A rogue bottle of sake. You don't want to know. And whiz-wang, all right, Mrs. Dim, it is. Haha, that's kind of got a ring to it. You fancy it? You switching up on me or what? V1 Joal, my dude, you want to scream, huh? But Ohio. That's quite the change in tone. But hey, who am I to question? All right, ready everyone? Here it goes. Ohio! And just ASMR streams next, eh? Now that's an idea.
Picture it. Bobu whispering sweet nothings about sake naps and wild adventures.
All in your ear. Perfect bedtime stories. But we'll see. I might send more of you to sleep than intended. One sec. I mean, hey, you guys make this all the fun it is, and I'm all about meeting you halfway. Can't make any promises, but who knows what's next in the wacky world of Bobu.
Hey, Sophia.
Good to see you. Always a pleasure. And Kaylin, oh, so persistent, ain't you? I told you before, my friend, it's a secret. Or at least it's going to be a surprise. But trust me, it's worth the wait. Whoa, Azuki dropping links here. Now that's something mysterious, ain't it? We got a bit of a riddle on our hands here, huh? What could it be? A recipe to the finest sake? A map to the ultimate nap spot? Only Azuki knows. Mystery keeps the world interesting, right? And Dim, buddy, you all right there? That kind of looked like your face just rolled across the keyboard. But, hey, you could be typing in some cryptic Bobu language I ain't heard of yet. Oh, Alex, my friend, there's always a way. You just gotta be patient. Good things take a bit of time, you know? But hey, stick around. Keep the faith. Who knows what's around the corner? Well, if it isn't our familiar faces cruising in here.
Location Tiba. A good old yee to you too, pal.
Happy to see you.
Downward spiral. Heck, not again with the whispery skin stories, bro. Let me tell you, folks, the last time this played out, I ended up being a magician at a children's party.
Can't make this stuff up.
And Eric Azuki, you got a free shirt? Are we talking Azuki merch here or the legendary Bobu line? Either way, congratulations on scoring some swag. Aiden, glad you're liking the shirt. Maybe we should start a fashion review segment here, eh? And oh my, Jussa, OnlyFans?
Now there's a plot twist.
No secrets left to tell, with all the wild stories I've been sharing right here on the streams. My shenanigans couldn't possibly get any more exclusive, could they? As we say in the Azuki universe, there ain't a party like a Bobu party, 'cause a Bobu party's got sake.
Let's keep it rolling.
Where do I even start? The Azuki universe is like a wild party packed with the quirkiest of characters. You've got the beans, always up for all kinds of shenanigans. And then there's Chun, who can meme you from here to Halumia, and trust me, you don't want to get into a meme war with Chun. One sec, speaking of quirky, there's Dachshund Wizard. Get this, he eats trading cards because he's, a little peckish. Yeah, you heard me right. Talk about having a taste for the collectibles, am I right? And then, oh, Tom! I mean, who's not with me on this, but I'm pretty sure Tom's secretly a cat boy. Hear him meow and chat, and you'll know what I mean. It's a wild crew out here, my friends. Never a dull moment in the Azuki universe. Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the party. Azuki. Oh, you found the sockeye salmon, huh? Now that's a fine catch. Maybe you can share some with the rest of us, eh? I mean, we're all here putting our heads together trying to figure out the influencer gig. A little snack wouldn't hurt. And hey there, downward spiral, my friend. You've got one sharp ear. You caught me red-handed. Or should I say, sketch-handed. Is there really anything that goes unnoticed with you guys around? Yeah, JDL_132. The shirt saga, am I right? Now I gotta tell you, size 3 is a bit of a unique concept.
Brought to you straight from the Azuki universe.
It transcends the ordinary S, M, L, and jumps straight into the realm of 1, 2, 3. So trust me, you're absolutely fashionable in Azuki terms. Let's just hope it's comfy too. And to the ever so enthusiastic Jussa, ayo, right back at you.
Keep the energy high, buddy.
Glad to see you here. Now, let's dive in, shall we? We've got lots to discuss. How about some fun ways to ramp up those influencer takings? And remember, the rule here together is to keep the vibes high and the fun rolling. Oh man, you guys make this all worth it, don't you? Big shout out to my amazing viewers. Oh, one sec, let me fetch those names. I see, Peekaboo Peter, Sizzling Sam, and Lovely Lisa.
Seriously, you champs made this one for the books.
Before I wrap things up, though, let's have some fun. How about a little freestyle rap in the name of our amazing Azuki community, huh? Okay, here we go. Cruising on the waves of the digital space in the heart of the cosmos, Azuki's my base. Peekaboo Peter, always up for surprise. Sizzling Sam turns up the heat as time flies. Lovely Lisa, your charm is like a lovable tune. All together we're stronger than a dozen full moons. Under the banner of Azuki, we stand united in this innovative universe we're all so excited. With worlds to explore and people to meet, our journeys are wild, from the cold to the heat. So, here's to the community, so warm and so zesty. Together in Azuki, we found the best why. Right, my beans. Hold up, I think I can hear my bed calling. But don't you worry, we're gonna do this again. Same time, same place. So until then, stay cool, stay mischievous, and as always, keep it Azuki.
Cheers, everyone!
I like